Alright, so I've had to restart this because I got like so thrown off track and I got really angry and hurt, and I'm trying to stay calm. And as you all know, being calm is not one of my strong points. As a matter of fact, being calm is a foreign language to me. Okay, I'm gonna head over, say... Ooh, what's this? I'm gonna go in my room. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go there. Oh, it's my room. I'm gonna sit on my bed. Where is it? Where is it? Which one's mine? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Ruby's bed, so I'm gonna get on this one. Okay, so here I am in my room. Yes, I roleplay. For those of you in Questers Run, this is called roleplay. This is a fantasy world where anything can happen. I know it seems mean to sit there and say it like that, but seriously, after the tongue lashing or eye lashing I got tonight, I have this feeling that I have to actually point out what the difference is between real stuff and fantasy. Alright, so, you know, about a year ago, I made a video about this really awesome guild. The guild's name was Questers Run. Now, Questers Run was so awesome when I joined. The people were fun and flirty, but like flirty in a good way, you know, a friend way. They were like open. They said, you know, if you ever need someone to talk to, you can talk to me, blah, 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 you know, the lies, you know, typical, atypical, tell them what they want to hear kind of thing. Alright, so I was so happy. I had come there to Elune for another reason, and I'm not going to bring that up because I'm still friends with the person, and I just don't see a point in it, and they've been there for me through a few things. So I was gonna leave the server, but I ended up joining Questers Run on December 26th, and it was really awesome. I had fun. There was only one time that I ever had an issue. Actually, there was two times. The first one was dealt with, and when that happened, it was an instance. Actually, it had happened a few times before this instance, but the time that I made everybody aware of it was while we were in the instance, and I was reading off the messages to the guildmates, and I even offered to show like a share screen thing so that they could see the messages themselves, and they said no, but you know, and they dealt with the problem, and I thought that was great, you know. Now, the guy that was involved in the problem had joined 2 weeks prior to me, okay? He wasn't like a long time member. He wasn't there for a very, very super long time. But he, you know, he was helpful in the beginning until things went south and it was dealt with. So I thought, you know, okay, this is a great guild. They take your concerns serious, right? Alright, so moving on. There was a point where one of the guild masters, Gracie, was kind of cold toward me, and I thought, okay, I was worried. I thought I had done something wrong, which I don't know how, but you never know. I mean, I piss everybody off. I'm not stupid. I know I do it, and I don't mean to, but it happens. Okay, so I approached Suzi about it. She's the other guild master, and I told her my concerns, and we dealt with it. And it turned out that, you know, Gracie was just having a bad time, and, you know, everything was dealt with out in the open, and it was fine. Okay? So, I was still happy in the guild, and so forth and so on. Yeah, I'm an oversharer. Hello. You don't have to be a freaking genius to know that. I told them right from the get-go, you know, I have this disability. Sometimes I don't realize that I'm doing something or saying something. Please, if you have a problem with me, come directly to to me so we can resolve this. And everybody that I ever came in contact with said, don't worry, we're not babies. We will come to you. We are not pussies. We'll come to you. Turns out, lie. Okay, so, everything's going along just fine and everything, or so I thought. And so a year passes, and I got promoted to ambassador after a year, right? Fun. Okay, so, and I was happy with that, I was a little, I don't know, the reason given to me for not being promoted to officer was they wanted to make sure that I could handle it, because they didn't think that I could be a bad guy if I had to be, removing people from guilds. Anyway, so, which is bullshit because I'm an officer on a couple of the other guilds that I'm in, but whatever. To each his own, that's what they chose to believe. Anyway, so, I ignored the fact that people that were joining after me were getting promoted to officer. I think it happened like 10 times, maybe more, probably more. And I ignored it. I mean, yeah, sure, it kind of hurt, but whatever, they had their reasons. Anyway, we've had like our ups and downs in the guild, just like any guild, okay? And no one came to me to tell me that I was being inappropriate. No one came to me to ask me what I meant by something I said or did or anything like that. They pretended to be my friend. They pretended to be people that I could open up to. They pretended to be people that didn't judge me on my disability. They said they understood the fact that once I get into larger groups, I get kind of leggy, but I could handle it as long as I had the right support system, as in, people that I could talk to if things get hard, like they said. So, okay, so last week I started noticing that, after a couple days off, not last week, maybe last month. I think it was last month. Anyway, but I started noticing that people that joined long after me, like we're talking maybe 6-7 months ago, had been promoted to officer. Now these are people that take hiatuses, like as in they leave the game for a while to deal with real life, okay? Now I'm not talking a couple days, I'm talking a couple weeks, a couple months, And, they were getting promoted above me, and I started sharing my concerns with Darrin. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense, Every time that they need help, I drop everything, and I go and I help them. I mean, just this past freaking weekend, one of the guildmates, Erika, she needed to go somewhere, and she needed a mage, and I was on my death knight, not my death knight, my demon hunter, and I logged off my demon hunter to go and help her. Okay? Does that sound like a horrible, horrible guildmate? Whatever. Anyway, so, I went and I helped her out, and this is something that I've done for other guildmates constantly, and nobody says thank you. They just, whatever. They need the help, and I go and help them. It's not a big deal. Okay, so, then we did a mythic. Oh god. The sole purpose of this mythic was to gear mine and Erika's tunes. Throughout the entire mythic, these guys were getting frustrated and angry and short-tempered and short-fused and been like, oh my god, this isn't happening and this happening, oh my god, we died again. And at first it was funny, but then they just started getting more irritable and switching out the tunes, and I was sitting there like, this is hilarious, right? Now, I should mention that after all of this, I went on to do like 2 mythics with another group with 0 issues. I think we died once, and that was because we all started attacking different dudes that were coming in at us. Anyway, and it was fun, okay? And I had fun in this guild run. It was great. And, up until this point, until I found out what people really think of me, I had this delusion that this guild was great. And if you can if you don't mind them being two-faced and liars, then hey, it's a great guild. It is. You know, they do stuff together. They talk about people behind their back, you know, they pull people into private chat rooms so that they can, you know, sit there and laugh at each other or laugh at, you know, the people that came into the chat. It's kind of a crappy feeling, but you know, whatever. If you can deal with that, then hey, it's a great guild. Maybe you can deal with that. Now, I should mention that many people over the past year have told me to leave the guild. Not the people from the guild, but, you know, friends that saw how upset some of the things were making me. But I didn't want to, because unlike some people, when I say that I am going to do something for someone, I do it. And that includes if I say that I'm someone's friend, I am their friend. Anyway, so moving on. This past weekend, you guys know that the cut on my ankle, it's not a cut, it's a spider bite. But anyway, the wound on my ankle was getting worse and worse, and my fever was going up and down and up and down. And I was getting to the point that I was sick to my stomach and I was sleeping a lot. So I talked to Erika and a couple of other people about this, trying to figure out, you know, if there was something I could do from home and this and that. And turns out that okay, so I brought up my issues about the guild thing, right, about the officer thing, and she says she didn't know what to say because, you know, in her words, I couldn't have it both ways. I could either confide in her or she could go root around and find out what's going on. And I said, fine then, you know, I want her as a friend. So I went and I spoke to Zoph. Now, remember, okay, the last few days, the last few weeks actually, I've been more concerned about this cut on my ankle. I've been more concerned about my babies. I've been more concerned about something that happened with my birth daughter. And yeah, so all these things were just so much tension. Anyway, so I sent Zoph a message, and Zoe says to me, don't worry, you're fine. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Let's quote, shall we? I have voicemail? Oh, fun. Who the hell would call me? See, that's another thing. People are freaking calling me. Oh, it's my mom. Okay, mom called me. Well, I'm gonna have to go on Skype with her. Actually, you know what? Don't worry about that. Okay, so... alright, let's go to Zoe. Where are you? Oh, there he is. Here we go. Alright. I said to him, sorry for whatever I did to make you all feel that I'm not doing enough in the guild. I do wish somebody would tell me what I've done, but whatever. Apparently, I'm not allowed to be hurt over stuff. He says, I don't know of anything, dear. You're fine. You're doing just fine. So, and this is exactly, I'm going to read to you word for word what I said, because I don't want anybody out there saying, oh, that's not what you said. So I said, apparently not fine enough. I had a page up for over a year, that's the guild stuff, and I just removed it. I tried my hardest with marketing for the guild, but no matter how hard I try, I keep getting passed over for any promotions. And when people that joined after I did get promoted, and I am sure you don't care, but I'm sure no one cares, which was, you know, pretty much correct, but it does hurt. No matter how much I try, I still feel left out. I love the guild. I like everyone well enough, but I had a real life loss, which is losing my daughter. Now, I didn't say she died, so whatever dickhead went and started that rumor, suck it. And now I feel like I'm being pushed out of the guild, and I've committed almost 2 years to it. Pardon me, sorry, that's not exactly what I said. This is what I said. I had a real life loss, and now I feel like I'm being pushed out of a guild I have committed almost 2 years to. I don't want to leave. I just have a feeling that admitting how I feel, that you're going to tell them and they're going to boot me. And please don't say I'm not active. I'm on almost every day, and when somebody needs something, unless I'm raiding, I drop everything and everything I am doing, and I log on to a tune that I can help out on. And I have not taken a hiatus like some of the people that had been promoted. Now, after I sent this, okay, I got a message from Erika telling me that Zoph was driving and that she was on the phone with him, and that he couldn't reply to my text because he was going to go see his sister who was in a horrible accident. Now, side note, so no matter what I think of the guild and everybody in it now, I hope that your sister gets better. I hope she recovers. I think I've already said that, but just in case, I'm exhausted, so anything's possible. I may have forgotten, but I hope that your sister recovers. And on a morbid note, if she doesn't, I hope that your family can recover and pull together and be there for each other. Moving on. So after I sent that, I got the message from Erika that she's on the phone with him. And to which I was like, yeah, well, if you're on the phone with him, maybe you should get off the phone, you know? It's like kind of a derp, right? So now, this Erika person and I are supposed to be friends, okay? I'm supposed to be able to confide in her. This is her words, that I could confide in her and that she is my friend, and that what I said between her and I would stay between her and I. Lie. She says, Angel, I'm on the phone with blank Soph right now, and he's driving to see his sister in the hospital. He doesn't have time to answer your messages. Said, I'm not asking him if anything. If he's driving, he shouldn't be on the phone at all, but no worries, message received. To which she says, he has Bluetooth. I said, whatever. I said, by the way, this is, and we started talking about the spider bite. We had been talking about it for a few weeks, so it's not like a big secret. It's not like it was a big cat out of the bag kind of thing. But whatever. Okay, so I sent the picture, and we were talking about that, and she's like, yeah, it is way worse, and yada 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 yada. So, I sent her the diagnosis, this is exactly it, diagnosis spider bite, to severe ulcer, an infection, medium fever treatment, antibiotic cream, as well as oral pills, referral to a specialist ASAP, nurse every day for 6 weeks, Epsom salt soaks 3 times a day with dressing changes, must keep dry, covered when not soaking. In short, I'm massively allergic to spiders. I've always been allergic to spiders. I may have already had the infection that pushed the spider bite into an ulcer. And then I said, plus side, I lost 5 pounds. Okay, so now this is all like something that you would talk to a quote-unquote friend about. You know, you're worried about your health issues, blah blah blah. Now in the past, you know, people had been talking about being put on different medications and stuff, and stupid me decided to tell them, you know, yeah, I'm on medication too, you know, it's not a big deal, like, you know, I can help if you have questions about it, you know, I can offer advice, blah blah blah. So somewhere along the line that got misconstrued as something completely different, and they got judgy McJudgy pants, and in all of this time that I thought everything was going great, it wasn't. So, anyone who knows me knows why I don't do the whole sex talk. So when the person that I was speaking to tonight decided to tell me that I said that I had lost my daughter and then turn around talking about sex, they were referring to me saying that Darrin was mounting me. Okay, all this was going on while we were all on WoW, and Darrin does not have flying in Draenor, and I do, and I made myself into a cat, and he jumped on top of me, and I flew him around. This is what they're referring to my sex talk. See, this is what I mean. Ooh, baby, so sexy. Get on my back so I can fly you around. Wow. All of this drama, you know, I am not innocent in all of it. I hold everything back. I hold things in. I'm afraid of confrontation, so I don't say anything, and it builds and it builds and it builds. But it's like you have this buildup of pressure and stress, and you think that you can trust these people and talk to them. It's not like I talked to every single person. I spoke to Zoe, I spoke to Eric, I spoke to Nordy, I spoke to John once in a blue moon, I spoke to Fire, and that was pretty much it. I mean, I didn't really know anybody else. Oh gosh. There were other people in the guild, but these are the people that I spoke to. I tried talking to Suzi, and when I spoke to Suzi, I always took her into IMs. And Suzi, if you're going to try and deny that, you're such a liar. Anyway, I always pulled her into IMs, and I told her what was going on, so that way she wouldn't boot me if I wasn't able to be on. I am so hurt and so disappointed that I log on after Erika told me, and I quote, hold on, I'm going to go up here because I'm not going to have anybody tell me that I didn't see any of this, or they didn't say any of this. Okay. So remember, I brought my concerns up on, hold on. So it wasn't Sunday, it was Monday. I was right, I knew it was Monday. Anyway, so I brought my issues up with the guild stuff. Okay. We talked about my ASD, and we talked about my daughter, who, Lena, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say Lena. Lena, if you're out there and you're watching this, because I don't know, maybe you do stop by, I love you, and I'm sorry that things got really stressed. We were both affected in different ways, and mine was pretty scary, and I'm seeking help for that. But Eric and I talked about how upset I am about losing my daughter. I said I lost my daughter again. I'm gonna cry because the shit that person in the guild, fuck it, it was John. John said some really horrible things to me tonight. Anyway, I said I lost my daughter again, by the way, the one I was so excited about being reunited with. Her and her mother have decided that my Asperger's and anxiety are too much for her medical stuff. I talked about how hurt I was, that I had actually told her that this would probably happen, that I would say or do something that would drive her away, and that I asked her, as I asked the guild, that if I ever did anything to please just talk to me about it. Anyway, I talked about how hurt my oldest daughter is about all of the stuff with Lena. And I talked about how I was not going to introduce my youngest daughter to all of this. Now I'm talking about my daughters because they're who is affected by this. And I said that I wasn't at the time ready to introduce my youngest daughter to her because I knew something like this would happen. So I was really about that. And that whole ordeal lasted 2 months, and I really wish I could go back and fix it. I really wish I could go back and just stop it from happening, and then just getting to know her, and it doesn't matter. It's really crappy to have that happen, and then I confided in a few of the guild members, and they shared that information with other guild members, and it snowballed effect, and somewhere along the lines they said that I was an unfit mother, and you people don't know anything about my parenting, so kiss my fucking ass, you goddamn loser bastards. And John was really, really hurtful, and he was saying some really nasty things, and I was just getting more and more upset, and more and more upset, and more and more upset. And anyway, things that I talked to Erika about were also how during that ordeal, I had a breakdown and I stopped taking my medication and stuff, which you guys all know this. Anyone who's been following me for a while know about this. Anyway, I think it was extremely rude of John to say anything about my child. He knew nothing about it. He knew nothing about the situation. All he knew is that I was hurt by it, and that was it. Okay? So, Erika says, sorry, lovely, hang in there. Trust me, I know how it feels. So, that's when we started talking about the guild, and that was Monday night at 9:40 p.m. And I wanted to bring it up to her first because I was getting her advice. That is what a friend is for. Anyway, so I said, and one thing that gave me purpose and took my mind off shit was stuff I did in the guild, recruiting, blogging, advertising. So that was another part of why I was angry and hurt about everyone being promoted and them totally ignoring me for promotion. Okay? I said because of what they did, I removed the page that they had created for the guild off of my blog. There was no point in me doing any advertising for them if they don't give a shit. I said, ask Zoph and Suzi. They both knew about it. The video, the page, the advertising, the recruiting. There's even videos on my YouTube channel. Now there's going to be this one. She says, I understand how you would feel that way. I'm sorry. I'm not going to ask anybody anything. I don't want to get in the middle of it. It's none of my business. I said, well, it's important to me that you know it wasn't about you. It was important to me that it wasn't about her. Okay? I mean, she was one of the people that joined after me and took a hiatus and came back and was promoted. It was all the work that I had put in, and they just forget about it and then move on, and that is why I feel that they do not want me there. I said, Sai, as an officer, it is your business, but it's fine, I won't talk to you about it. She says, Angel, you can't have it both ways. When we first started discussing anything, you said you didn't want me telling anybody in the guild about what you said to keep it between us, and now all of a sudden you want me to get involved. Which way do you want it? I said, that's not what I said. It doesn't matter. I'm bringing up my concerns about it with Zoph. I don't want to say his name. Anyway, I said you could ask them about the page in the video. It's something interesting, but don't worry about it. And she said you should bring up your concerns with Suzi and Gracie, either of the guild masters. I said I've tried that before, and I have sent her a message. So Suzi, please don't say that I haven't, because I have. I didn't say in full detail what I was thinking, because there's limited time on the guild, in the WoW mail. Said, there's no way to tell who's who, which is true. There is no way to tell if Suzi is Gracie or Gracie is Suzi. Okay? I'm sorry, but there isn't. They share accounts, which they do. That's when all the stuff about Steven started. See, I said his name. Oops. And that was pretty much it. Now, my last message was on BattleNet to her, and I didn't want to get online because of, how I had been treated lately, and I'm too tired, I'm sick. I want to freaking deal with my health before I go dealing with the Questers Run drama. So I had said to her, she said, are you getting online? And I said, well, I just don't want to deal with it tonight. I'll deal with it in the morning. I'll talk to Suzi directly. And then she was like, okay, well, I'll be back later on today, and we'll chat, blah, 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 blah. So I said, after being treated like trash from John tonight, okay? He messaged me in IMs, and he also messaged, quote, Darrin, and he said to him that I was basically a flirt slut, that I talked about losing my kid and then turning around and saying sexual things, which is bullshit. That sexual things he's talking about is the mounting on a mount. Anyway, that I creep people out, that I'm pathetic, that I'm a loser, that I'm wacko. He's saying really, really, really nasty things. And I said to her, I said, things are going to get really nasty soon. What they did was uncalled for. All I did was express how I felt, that people had not been in a year, had been promoted over me, and I said nothing bad about anyone, which is true. I could have said some pretty nasty shit about people. Okay? There are so many flaws in this guild, it's scary. But I said nothing bad about anyone. I could have, but I didn't. I'm very calm right now. Well, except for the fact that John talked about my child and spread rumors about my child, and you know nothing. Loser. And I said that I'm very calm right now, which is not socially good for Questers Run right now. Fun thought. The promoting can go both ways. If this is how I am treated for bringing up concerns, that's fine. But what followed tonight from John, I'd like to make sure that everybody is clear that John, on his tune, Sun L, I believe, sent me private messages, myself and Darrin, and said some really horrible shit to me. I said, but what followed tonight was uncalled for. I've removed everyone, which I have, except for one person from the guild, and he knows who he is, and he can remove me if he chooses. I've removed everyone. I'm sick of people lying to me. P.S. I never said any of the following. The state took away my child because I was an unfit mother. No, I wouldn't have said it because it didn't happen. Again, if you're going to sit there and chastise me and judge me, make sure that you have your facts straight. Or, my child is dead. I never once said that my child was dead, and John made that insinuation. He insinuated that I said my child died, and then I turned around and started talking about sex. Or I never once had sex with anyone in the guild. I said that's in Brandon's imagination. Brandon went to one of the officers and said that I was talking about sex when I was saying that Darrin mounted my mount. Fucking people, man. I made many jokes about Darrin mounting my two-seater flying mount. It's technically not a two-seater, it's a cat. I turn into the mount and he mounts me. I said, where I turn into a mount and he mounts it, but not once anything about sex. And I said the reason why I don't talk about sex, and I said people should have respect. There are many things, but John attempting to break up my friendships and everything and screw up Darrin was pretty fucked up. Have a great life. I hope you enjoy special photos from a certain individual, because he will send them. And I looked past everyone's flaws, and I was used, and as it was stated, exploited by. Now, look at it from my point of view. If they had such problems with me, why didn't they remove me a long ass time ago? Why wasn't I removed a year ago when supposedly that's when I started becoming a problem? Oh, pardon me, did you guys know that I was lying about the nasty bullshit comments and disgusting things that that guy was saying to me? You know, the one where I offered to go on screen share with them so they could see it firsthand? Okay, I'm sorry, but if I was lying, why would I offer you to look at my screen? You guys, choose your fucking fights and your bullshit more carefully, because you can't sit there and say that I was lying when I'm saying, here, come on Skype with me. Look at the screen. You chose not to. That's not my fault. You can't turn around and call me a liar after I said to you, come and look, please. I want there to be a log for this if it happens more. But did anybody do it? No, Zoph could have. Nordy could have. They were both there, but they chose not to. So don't sit there and call me a liar when you had the chance to look and you turned it down. Pathetic. I am not perfect. I'm not innocent in any of this. I am an oversharer, and I do flirt. I don't do it on purpose. Flirting to them, okay, when I say, hey, how you doing? Do you want to hang out? Do you want to do a mythic? I'm so flirting. Hey, oh, wow, I really like that picture of your daughter. Aw, what cute kids. So flirting. Hey, how are you doing this morning? I heard you weren't feeling good. Are you feeling better? Oh, gotta be careful. You're flirting, Angel. Back off. You guys, seriously. So, I'm just gonna do my own guild. I'm gonna create two. One is going to be just for Delphine, and I'm going to put all my account stuff in there, and then I'm going to create a guild just for myself and Darrin, and that's it. That's it. All of the stuff that I have made over this time is going to go in there. Oh, and I should also mention that I put money into the guild. I never used guild repairs, okay? Anytime that I took something from the guild, I put money, or I would create something that I knew they were going to need. Enchants, jewels, jewel crafting, leatherworking, anything that I knew they were going to need, and I would put it in the guild to replace whatever I had taken. So keep that one fine in mind, okay? Money, I never asked for anything in return. I never entered their silly little lotto. Actually, I tried twice, and the first time I ended up screwing it up and sending the money directly to the guild, thinking that's what I was supposed to do, and it was 1,000 gold, and it ended up being lost, basically. I didn't ask for it back. I didn't ask for them to use it for the lotto. I screwed up, and that was it, you know? And then the second time, I still didn't understand the rules, and I still don't to this day, but I entered the guild lotto, and didn't understand it one bit. It carried on, carried on, carried on, and carried on. So I never joined it again after that. Now, again, if you have no goals of being promoted in the guild other than from, like, you know, initiative to member, or from member to, like, champion, then it's a great guild, okay? It is. They do stuff together and stuff like that, but don't get personally involved. Don't make friends. They're not friends. They're people on the internet who don't give a shit about you. They just care about your guild. Okay, they just care about the guild and making money and stuff like that. They're not your friends. You're not going to get together with these people in real life. You're not going to meet them. You might think that, you know, you exchange numbers and that, you know, that makes you guys friends, or at least starting to be friends. It makes you nothing. Okay, you're not important to them. They don't care about you. So if you're just interested in leveling, you know, then Quester's Run is a great guild. Suzi and Gracie are good people. I mean, I thought they were. Until, like, yesterday, I thought they were great people. Until today, I thought they were awesome. I really did. But, as John put it, none of them even liked me. So why was I in the guild? Why didn't they remove me? I wish they had removed me before I got my friend to join, because now I might end up losing my friend, which really sucks. Such a bunch of bullshit. That's okay. It's probably the only way they're going to get access to this video, because I ain't going to share it with them. The only way they're going to get it is if somebody shares the link with them. Anyway, I am going to take a break because what they did was horrible and cruel, and there was really no reason to it. I don't understand why, see, this is so me. I don't understand why they did that. I don't understand why John attacked me tonight. I don't understand what I don't know what you would say. I don't know what his motivation was. Okay? I said I didn't want him contacting me anymore. I removed him as a friend, but he kept on talking to me. He talked to me, he insulted me, he hurt my feelings, he made up stories about my child, and I never once said anything of the sort. Number one, why would the state take away my kid? I'm not from the United States. Duh. Again, if you're going to say something, make sure that you get your facts straight. For those of you who are actually watching this, gripe, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for following me for as long as you have. I'm still hurt by this. I really liked that guild. I thought I had friends. I thought they were good people, and I was wrong. 2 years, almost 2 years devoted to this stupid guild, and this is what I have left. Nothing. They take my gold, they take my products, they take my services. But when it came down to actually being what they said they were, they lied. So folks out there, if you want a friend, my name is Delphine, and I'm on Elune, and I am 100% honest about everything. And unfortunately, it gets me into trouble a lot. Ooh, pillar fight. Now am I gonna jump to? Dude, I'm like inside the bed. I wonder if my mom's on. Mommy! No, I don't think so. Oh, wow. Anyway, so what's this one? Okay, go on. Ah! That's not normal. Is there like a... Oh, there we go. Sleep. There we go. Ah, much better. See, that is so me. That's me, like, very soon, actually. So I'm gonna just crawl in here. Woohoo! And take a picture. Woohoo! Bing! No. There we go. I'm trying to recreate something. I'm getting close, but not there yet. I'm gonna say I'm gonna miss the guild. I'm gonna miss the people. I'm gonna miss the people that I thought they were. I am sad, and I hope that things get worked out for Zoph's sister. And I don't know. I hope that someone in the guild turns on them and that they get everything that they deserve. Alright, so I'm gonna go because this gripe has just worn me out. And I gotta go change the bandaging on my, my leg. You know, the injury that doesn't seem to be important enough because I shouldn't be worrying about my real life. I should be worrying about everyone else's, you know? Whatever. Anyway, I miss my mom. I miss my daughter. I miss being a good, like, active mom. I miss going for walks and just being happy. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.